It's time for Tyler Werner's Callout of the Week.
I just think somebody owes us an explanation, that's all.
What's the matter with you? Loser! You're a loser!
Are you kidding me?
Well, I have a microphone, and you don't.
So you will listen to every word I have to say!
It's another edition of the Callout of the Week right here on the Tyler Werner Show. And I would have hoped that, back about a month ago or so when LeSean McCoy opened his mouth yet again about his thoughts about Chip Kelly being racist and whatever, is pretty, I guess, shallow statements that never had an explanation to back him up. I would have thought maybe that would have been the, hopefully the last we had heard of that nonsense. But no, apparently, LeSean McCoy was pressed on his thoughts the other day. You go back through the timeline of events here, and you look back at, initially when he first made comments he got just stupid stuff. And I talked about it throughout the spring semester a few times when LeSean McCoy would decide to open his mouth about it and, make comments like, or statements, whatever, like, oh, well, Chip Kelly got rid of all the good black players on the team. And it's like, well, at the same, didn't he brought in more black players at the same time, and just all kind. I don't have to go through this again. Really to explain it. You can look at the roster yourself. You can look at the moves that the Eagles made in the off season and whatever, and just the continued nonsense that has come out of LeSean McCoy's mouth throughout the off season. I refer to him as like a bratty ex-girlfriend that just can't let go of the fact that he is now a Buffalo Bill. He's no longer part of the Philadelphia Eagles and everything. I said it's just he's rambling on about the same statements and everything else, and apparently now he decided that, at least according to when he was pressed on this the other day, that now LeSean McCoy, having never really come up with any data or any real explanation to back up his statements, now has basically said, no, I'm moving on now, finally, and everything. And
You know what, enough!
And let's hear the audio of LeSean McCoy refusing to discuss the statements that he's made, the repeated statements that he's made throughout the spring about Chip Kelly supposedly being a racist.
I have nothing to say about that. I'm in Buffalo. Everything in Philadelphia is over. Had nothing more to say really about it. So it is what it is. Everybody can make their own thoughts and assumptions about it.
All right, he says he's in Buffalo, and you've been in Buffalo now.
I'm done talking about it.
Keep going. Now we got shoddy internet.
For what?
Here we go. Is he gonna play or what? It's.
I don't display myself to nobody. I don't. I said what I said. That's how I felt at the time. I'm done with that. Yo, are y'all listening to me? Can I say it any other way? I'm not talking about Chip Kelly or no Eagles. So I'll be done with this interview if nobody else has anything else to say about the Bills.
All right, well, yeah, again, you spent the past few months at various points in time harping on Philadelphia Eagles and, Chip Kelly being a racist, and then you had all this, all the meanwhile, you could have been moving on to the Bills or whatever mentally. I don't know. It didn't, that short audio sample there, it was all LeSean McCoy. It didn't really show any of the questions or anything like that. But for those who didn't know, one of the things that came up in a Chip Kelly press conference last week, OTAs and everything. One of the things that came up, one of the questions was, about the, repeated attempts to call Chip Kelly a racist, from LeSean McCoy. That was brought into conversation last week. when like over 100 media members or whatever show up to the press conference, and Chip Kelly said he tried to call LeSean McCoy twice. He tried to contact his agent. LeSean McCoy never picked up, never answered, and his agent said he didn't want to talk to him about it. So it's one of these, like Chip Kelly, I mean, it comes off as a guy that would want to try to, maybe rectify it, like, try to get on the same page here. Discuss it, what this is about, because this is just, again, this comes off as a bratty, butthurt ex-girlfriend kind of move here. And, it's just, throughout the spring, it's continued to come off as that every time LeSean McCoy opened his mouth about it. So now, okay, Chip Kelly says, he tried to contact, I mean, I could imagine that, and, alright, well, LeSean McCoy and his agent, they didn't want to, I guess LeSean McCoy, he didn't want to, try to talk about it like a man here. Instead, he's going to, I guess behind the back, his back at Chip Kelly, not really say it to us. He's going to throw out a statement like that, and then Chip Kelly's going to want to, maybe talk about it. Maybe, obviously no longer as player and coach, but maybe as, man to man here. And LeSean McCoy doesn't talk about it when he's made repeated statements that have had no explanation, no backing whatsoever. So that was brought to everyone's attention last week in the Chip Kelly press conference, and it looks like, LeSean McCoy, when he was questioned about it, he said, like, why, you didn't pick up the phone or whatever, you didn't answer the calls, the requests that Chip Kelly, talk about it, and he says, hey guys, don't you understand? I'm moving on. It's like, well, you threw all these statements out, and this is a few months worth of different events here, and now you're moving on. Now, when people are trying to press you on it, now when Chip Kelly said he tried to contact you about it, now you decide, okay, now you're not going to talk about it. It's the ultimate weasel move right there. You're going to throw out statements like that repeatedly, not have any backing of them whatsoever, and then you're going to get pressed on it when other people try to talk to you about it, and then you say, no, I'm going to stand by what I say, but I'm not going to talk about it anymore. It's just ridiculous. It just,
A man's got to know his limitations.
Hopefully this is the, maybe the last time officially, that we talk about this, because it's come up repeatedly throughout the spring when LeSean McCoy has opened his mouth, and I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, I'm sitting here in my basement, and I'm looking up at the this autographed picture of LeSean McCoy that I have from a few years ago, before any of the Chip Kelly era even happened, and anybody want it? Maybe I'll sell it. I don't know. I mean, I just he's tarnishing his legacy, I guess you could say, here as an Eagle, just because he's being such a weasel and a coward about something stupid like this, and not he's going to say something like this and not even back up what he has to say. And then the media questions him about it, and he's and then he said, no, I'm not I'm not going to talk about. Don't you guys understand? I'm done. I'm talking. Well, you just spent the past few months talking, making such big statements about Chip Kelly on a serious issue. So I don't know. That's pretty much. I think I'm done. I don't know what else to say, but again, that game against Buffalo, Fletcher Cox, Connor Barwin, bottle up with Sean McCoy. Don't let him get anything. Let him dance around the backfield and continue to negative 2-yard gains, etc. You know what I mean.
Number one box office attraction, number one WWE superstar, multi-time WWE champion, Brock Lesnar.
Time to revamp your office space, eh? Looking for an interior decorator? Look no further than Brock Lesnar. Out with the old, in with the new. Give Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman a call.
Mr. Lesnar, you are the future of interior decorator. I think we're done.
Okay, Rocco, pretend I'm the girl that you want to ask out on a date.
How about maybe you and I, maybe we go out together, get something to eat, I don't know, maybe laugh a little bit, who knows, you know? I don't know, would you like to maybe, you want me to go out together? What do you think? Would you like to?
You need to make more eye contact, and you sound way too nervous.
You want to hear me say it? You want to break me down? All right, I'm afraid. For the first time in my life, I'm afraid.
Having a tough time asking out ladies? You need to see Clubber Lang for a lesson.
Hey, woman. Hey, woman. I bet you stay up late every night dreaming you had a real man, don't you? I tell you what, bring your pretty little self over to my apartment tonight, and I'll show you a real man.
Build confidence with the ladies like never before with Clubber Lang's dating services. The most highly recommended in all of the Delaware Valley.
I am ranked number one. One! That means I'm the best.